welcome back. It's been months since
I guess in like the first one we post.
No, we have to post those other ones.
I don't know where they are.
They're on the cloud. And there's some of them on my phone.
Chinese got them. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out.
Like, what do you mean?
No, well, I'll try editing this one first and then putting this one up, and then down the road we can post the other ones. Like if you have like a slow week and we can't record, we'll just post one of the ones we already recorded.
We should post those ones first because those are chronological order.
No, I don't want to look at myself when I was younger and just fucking chronological.
Yeah.
CHRONOLOGICAL.
Future Akeem, let's see if you put that up if you actually spelled it right.
I'm not Okay, for now, we'll just say this is the first episode.
Okay.
And then down the road, like I said, if you have a slow week and we can't record it, or a busy week, you can't record it.
Is my house going to be like the studio that we do there?
It's pretty quiet in here.
You like it here? It's not going to be quiet.
I don't like it here, but it's pretty quiet. Your fridge is pretty loud.
Let's see if you hear that in the audio. If you can hear it.
I don't think you can hear that in the audio.
I don't think you can.
Mine's the only thing that I can hear.
Imagine like my neighbors right now can hear my podcast and they're like, "What the fuck is this guy talking? Who is this guy talking to? Like this guy's like."
You tell me you never talk to yourself?
Why by myself? No.
Yeah.
No. I watched a TikTok the other day. Like, it's weird how like when you live by yourself, you can go like 3 days without talking to yourself. Like, bam, I haven't said a word in 3 days.
Gets all in your head.
Yeah.
I hate when people like, oh, I saw this TikTok the other day.
Well, I have to show you the platform. I'll tell you the platform I saw it on. You would respect it more.
No. It's not about respecting. It's just that.
I saw this.
Did you look into it?
I saw this YouTube short.
Did you see that was real?
I saw this Instagram reel.
Did they reference their sources?
I saw this.
But yeah, man. I'm sorry for being late. I told you I was gonna be here from 7:30 to 8.
You got some black in you? That's like some black people timing that you're on. Like that was.
I think it's an Indian thing too, because like when we were like putting together like my wedding, we're like, oh, when we send the invitations out, we'll tell everybody to be there for 6, but the thing actually starts for 7.
Black people do that too.
Yeah.
They like the event starts at 7,
right?
But it actually starts at like 8:30.
So like the darker you get, the later you can be. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And then people show up at like 9, and they're like, oh. Yeah.
The really dark culture.
Yeah. For my military like graduation.
Yeah, like me, I'm pretty late. So I showed up like 15 minutes. You on the other hand, you probably showed up like an hour.
No.
Rory, probably like 2 hours.
For my military graduation,
yeah.
I told my family to be there at 3.
Yeah.
They got there at 5.
Oh my god.
And then they got there, basically it was over. Like, everyone was leaving. And then they finally like, okay, where's the party at, guys? And we're like, we already graduated, already done, it's already over. And I never let them let that down.
Yeah.
Some trauma.
I don't know what that is. Like, if I love and care about you, and you give me a time, I'm going to be there for that time.
So if you don't like me, you're there for later, is what you're trying to say.
I don't respect you.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not going to show up on time because I don't respect you. Bro, it shouldn't take as long as it does to drive from Scarborough to Pickering. It took me way too long. It should take like 10 minutes max.
It's a 20-30-minute drive sometimes.
Why?
I have no clue.
It wasn't always like that.
Are you driving from Kingston?
No, I took the 401.
No, I didn't take the 401 to Kingston.
Like, it was crazy. Bro, I saw this like M8 or something on the express side of the 401.
Competition?
Sorry?
Competition?
I don't know what it was. It was like on the other side on like the left lane. And it was trying to get away from like this Honda Accord spoiler. This is beautiful. So that's gotta pay
$120,000 for that.
Yeah, you gotta pay.
And he's trying to get away from the Honda Civic who paid.
Because the road's so busy that you can't even go anywhere. And then this Honda Accord with the spoiler is like right on his tail.
You know what's worse?
Like he's treating him how BMWs ever treat anything else on the road. And this guy's like, yo, what the fuck?
You know what scares BMW drivers? A guy with a Honda Civic with a laptop, like basically.
Yeah, I know, but this wasn't one of those. This was like a Team spoiler, like a Honda Accord that was falling apart. It had like
flapped down.
It had fuzzy dice on the back bumper. Like, I mean, it could be a guy that
he has a sticker on the gas cap or something like that.
Yeah. It had a Hellcat sticker on it. It was a beautiful thing to see, man. I'm like, yo, that's nice. Like, you know,
we're living in good times.
Not that we're living in good time. You're just like
you can't make that up.
It's not. It's like the 401 is like where all people come together. Like I feel like the 401 for people from here, it's kind of like the New York subway for people from New York.
I feel like the Toronto subway is like the New York subway.
I feel like the Toronto subway is just fucking shit.
I was thinking about this the other day. Everyone complains that Toronto's like transportation system is like the worst, but did you know it's like the best in North America?
Oh, really?
North America.
It's better than New York transit?
I think it. They said like compared to New York, I think it's like
right. But if you look
at it, cleaner and like more like safer and stuff like that. So that's why they write.
Because I've been to New York like 4 times, but and I've heard rumors of their subways being like dirty, mismanaged.
Yeah.
I did not experience that.
No.
I feel like it was like
clean, best.
Yeah, on time, everything. Yeah, and then like
New York,
yeah. You don't say it like that. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's the worst accent ever. I think I said it like a Jersey. I had it.
Yeah. Not even a Jersey. Oh, what the fuck that was? I don't think. But I feel like the reason why they could say the TTC is better than in New York's is because less people depend on the TTC's service compared to New York. If you're living in New York, you're going to use it. And not only that, you're going to tell me a person from New York is going to give a positive review for anything?
Yeah.
Those fucking depressed pieces of shit. You ask me about anything. Like, yo, isn't the weather nice today? Like, it was better yesterday. It was better in the fucking 70s before all these guys showed up. That's what they're gonna fucking tell you.
You start reminiscing about
that. You start being fucking racist for no reason. But, it's not Italians.
I don't know, there are Italians out
there. There are Italians out there, but it's not just Italians.
Going back to what?
Have you been to New York?
I've never been to
New York.
Can we make that trip? Road trip?
Bro, it's an 11-hour drive.
Never mind. I'll see
like that. I did it.
I thought you made it sound like it was close. Like you made it sound like it was like a close drive when you went there.
I drove it 4 times. It was 11 hours each time. So the last time I went, I drove 9 hours to Baltimore, and then another 4 hours from Baltimore to New York.
How was your review? What did we review Baltimore? How was Baltimore?
It's there.
It's there.
It's
definitely there. They cannot. It's not get rid of it. Trust me. I think so.
It's a city. Yeah. They've got road signs. It was funny because I have cousins there.
Yeah.
And then they came up to Scarborough to visit us, and then we went Bluffers together. And then we were there. We were having a good time. And then we just walked by like a group of like black teenagers, and he like pulled me to the side. He's like, "Yo, you gotta be careful around these guys." I'm like, "Bro, what did Baltimore do to you?" Yeah, like, "Yo, you gotta be careful around these guys, man. They're dangerous, bro." I'm like, "Yo, relax."
He would not last like 10 seconds in Jaden Finch or like near.
No, I feel like Baltimore people are more dangerous than people from Jaden.
But I'm just saying, like he would go to a predominantly black area and he'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm in the traffic."
Baltimore is a predominantly black
area. I was thinking that too.
Bro, I was on their highway. I don't even know what they call it, whichever highway it was, and there was a modded Kia Soul trying to race me, and I'm like, "Bro, I've been driving for 8 hours."
Did he win?
I didn't even give him. I'm like, "Yo, I just moved out of the way," and then
you won this one.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yo, I forfeited." I'm like, "Yo, I don't know what's going on. I've been behind the wheel for 8 hours. I'm like, I'm not doing this."
Whatever he was on something.
Yeah, bro, it was on Baltimore time, bro. But then I pulled up to my cousin's house, and they had a pretty nice house there. But then as soon as I pulled up in my car, he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna pull my car out of the driveway
because you know
park your car inside, and I'll block your car with my car." I'm like, all right, I gotta read of the environment.
For viewers who don't know, he's driving Challenger, so that's why
they're pretty
highly stolen,
popular down there,
highly popular among certain demographics of
well-melanated folks. But then we got out there like as soon as possible. like we literally like just cut a cake and like, "Yo, let's cut the let's go, bro. Like we're out of here." And then we drove 4 hours, and I was with my parents, so my parents were in a different car, and then I was following behind them. And my dad's like basically guiding us there to New York. I think with my dad is he doesn't use Google Maps or any type of navigation service. Like, "Yo, we're following the North Star." This is how my people did it fucking 200 years ago. I'm like, "Dad, you got the wrong Indians. We're not that type of Indians." But then, so we followed my dad the whole way there, and I have it open. Like, I have the address.
He's like, "You know what? Where's Canada? North. We're going north."
Yeah. And then I had the navigation open in my car, and I knew there was an accident ahead. But knowing my dad, I'm not going to call him and be like, "Yo, there's an accident up ahead. It's nice to get off the highway because to avoid the traffic.
Yeah.
I knew if I told my dad that, I was like, yo, by the time we get there, it's gonna clear up this and that. So I didn't bother. And every single time we'd miss a thing, it would add like 10 minutes, and it was already like 3 a.m. And then we finally pulled up to the Airbnb at like 4, and then it's like right behind the fucking graveyard. Now I don't know how I didn't catch on to this earlier, like when I got the address from the person, but like it was like the whole floor of an apartment, but then there was like 8 of us. So it was for like 12 people, but there's only 8 of
The
us.
price probably should have let you know, like, this is something wrong with this.
Yeah, not only that, but there's no elevator. So we have to carry all the bags through like a fucking narrow
Wait, like
stairs, yeah. And like 3 in the morning. It was just fucking. And then my brother and my dad slept on an air mattress in the living room, and by the time they woke up, it was just fucking flat.
That's a common thing I see. My mom will sleep on an air mattress, and every time, like, it's just.
I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like you have to have it constantly going or something, no?
You can't have it constantly.
Yeah,
going.
like,
It's
it's way too loud.
Yeah, it's way too loud.
I don't know what they're doing at the air mattress factory.
Yo, they need to get fired.
They get their shit together.
They need the air mattress together. They need the air together.
Like, I remember, like,
that joke didn't hit. No.
What was it?
Nothing. It's okay.
Bro, like, I've got it written up, but I don't think I've ever gotten written up at work. But then you hear people get written up for the smallest things.
Do you hear what? Oh, listen. I don't know if we should talk about it, but like someone got written up for making a cheat, a gay joke. They got written up for making a gay joke.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you're well performing, they just leave you alone. Even if like I don't really do any of the safety things.
Yeah.
None of it. I don't wear gloves. I don't wear.
He's joking, by the way. He's just joking.
Yeah, but like I feel like if you're already like a slacker, they're gonna use anything they can to like
Oh yeah, like
get you out of there.
Like that other person over at their store.
They used to?
The glasses, yeah.
The glasses. They used to. Right. Yeah. No, but the funny thing is like Rory. Yeah. Like I feel like with
name dropping.
It's okay. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Rory's a pretty public person.
Sure, go ahead.
No, he's not.
I don't think so, but you can be that.
He took a customer skateboard and started fucking. Bro, I just want to like be a fly in the wall when he gets called in.
What the manager meeting?
I just like fucking CCTV footage.
Is this you going around in a circle?
Yeah, it's like you. And after like they're writing up for it, like, bro, you guys are really writing me up for writing a skateboard.
I think should beep his name
on the lumber pad.
Beep his name.
Yeah. You guys are really writing me up for riding a skateboard on a lumber pad? Like, no, we're writing you up because you couldn't do a fucking arm. What do you think this is? Roll up plus you fucking dipshit?
Listen here, Tony Hawk.
Yeah, and then every time, like, bro, they just happen. Like, Rory, like, actually works hard. That's the thing. Like, he's actually a good worker. Yeah. But then the one time,
he's like asleep on the
something. Yeah, like they just couch him lacking, and then like, yo, what the fuck is this, man? And just like eliminates all the other.
They just all forget like all the hard work he's done.
Exactly.
All the time he's coming to work early to like help out. Or not early, but all the time he's coming to work on his days off and stuff like that. And, like, yeah. I've never gotten written up.
Me neither.
I got like verbal talking to, like, hey, stop doing that, jackass. But,
I've gotten that too.
But that's really like as far as it goes for like.
But at the same time,
the one thing I'm happy about, like, with me and my department is like my department's intelligence level is so low, so that I'm looking like I look like a super genius, even though like I'm fucking.
Just the bare minimum.
I do the barest minimum, but my department standards are so low.
Yeah.
So like I come on time.
But I feel like that's a problem with the hiring process. Like probably shouldn't be talking shit about work.
Go ahead. It's not
okay, but your supervisor, one of your supervisors, was responsible for hiring a bunch of new people this year, and 5 out of the 4 people left after 3 days that she hired.
But not from my department though.
But she was the one who hired them. I'm saying that there's like she's not really good at seeking out
the potential.
Yeah.
You have to cut.
I mean, the new guy that you got, like the guy with the bushy hair, like the little chubby. Yeah, he seems like a good worker.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cut out that chubby part. Don't say that.
Chubby's not a bad thing.
I don't know, but it just wouldn't be a nice thing to say. You know.
Or if someone called me chubby.
Who?
If someone called me chubby, I wouldn't take offense to that. No.
Some people might take offense to it. That's why I'm saying I don't want to.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
The well.
Well-rounded, you're about to say? You're about to say
Let's just say he's well-rounded.
Stupid.
Now, if he takes offense to that, I wasn't talking about his weight. I was just saying overall he's a good worker.
I do not support condoning.
You don't like fat shaming people?
In what context though? Like,
I feel like it works to a degree.
if you're doing it to like your friends, I feel like sometimes.
Yeah, like lifelong friends, like people you know you can chat shit with. And,
yeah, I can't just go up to any random girl and be like.
Because women take that shit seriously. I feel like guys don't really care about gaining or losing weight that much. I mean, I kind of keep my shit in check because I'm married and I want to look good for my wife.
Must be nice.
Bro, I fucking came back from Mexico and I've just been picking up, bro.
How was Mexico? Great Mexico.
I think Mexico was probably hands down one of my more fun trips. It's definitely up there with Barbados.
The funnest trip you've ever been on?
Yeah, I would say it's the funnest trip I've been on. Mexico's, I think Mexico's top of the list.
Next month, Mexico trip for Marcus. Or Mexico. No, fuck.
So they actually gave us 2 travel vouchers that we can use within a year from activating.
For what?
It's $330 off per person for flights.
For what? Where'd you get that? Why'd you get it? You just got it?
I landed there and they gave it to us.
They gave you how much is it off?
$330, so it's like $400 Canadian per person off flight. That's just $800 together.
So they just gave it to you just because, like, hey.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is like during COVID, they lost a lot of tourism. So they're trying to bring it back up. So it's like an incentive.
Whoa.
To come back. Yeah. So it's literally from the government of Mexico.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's a crazy. That's even more like a reason to go now.
Yeah, but I had 30 days. I still have like 15 days now from when I got them to activate it, and then I have a year from the activation date to use it.
So you're already like it's already official right now.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna go again, like probably again the same time next year, like for our next trip probably. Because why not? We have like $800 that we don't have to pay.
Must be nice. This guy just woke up and just walked into a country that's giving $800.
I think it's because I'm Mexican.
That's the thing,
bro. There were times where like we were standing in line to like board a boat.
Oh,
I think the people like running the tour.
Yeah.
Sometimes they couldn't speak Spanish. Like some of the workers couldn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And then they'd like.
Wait, some of the workers couldn't speak Spanish in Mexico?
Sorry, some of the workers couldn't speak English.
Okay, I was like,
yeah. Some of the workers couldn't speak English, so then they'd be like a white couple sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And then after them explaining Spanish, it's basically a gesture for me to tell them, like, yo, just explain to them what I said. I'm like, I'm like, yo, I'm just tier 2 on doing it. Go on.
You get up again, bro.
I know. I don't have no idea what you said. But I did like, when you do speak in Spanish, I pick up certain words and I can kind of figure out what they're saying based on that.
That's what me and Japanese.
Of course you fucking want Japanese. You're a black Japanese guy.
I'm one of those ones, yeah.
Oh my, I feel like all my black friends are black Japanese guys, like black fucking anime guys.
I could just like pick up like pieces of words, like if you'll say hajimemashite.
I don't know what they, yeah.
But like I know pieces of words.
Would you want to go to Japan?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do what like.
I feel like Japan for black people is like what Makkah is for Muslims.
Put as a short man. That's something good about it. That's our holy grail. That's
the promise.
I feel like those too. Like I know too many like black people that actually went to.
I know
Japan.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
not okay. Not Japan. Like Asia specifically. Like
Thailand.
I know one guy that ruined the reputation. But like,
I actually do not ever want to go to Thailand
because of that.
Just
no, it's a beautiful country. It's a really beautiful country.
So what me and Akeem are talking about is we have a friend,
a fucking gooner, bro,
who goes to Thailand just for one reason. If you can guess the reason, if you already
what Thailand is known for,
you can already guess the reason. Not the Muay Thai. That's what I would want to go for. But yeah, he goes there just specifically for that, and it's like, yeah.
I could never do that, man. I don't have it in me. Like, I just don't have it in me.
I don't have the money like that.
But if you had the money, you would.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly. It's disgusting.
I don't think I'd waste,
But, like, yo, it's not just even, like, women. Like, there's people, like, there's this guy named Mark Agna. But he's one of the co-hosts on the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz.
Okay, I don't watch it. I only know Andrew Schultz.
But you know what? He has a podcast.
He has a podcast, and like 4 people say.
Yeah.
They're a little bit better, high quality than ours. A little more, bigger budget than ours.
But they have a whole fucking studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day.
But yeah, one of them, he has his own podcast, and he had a guy who used to be undercover for the CIA, and he would bust pedophiles. And they found out about people setting up excursions in Thailand for pedophiles. So he had to basically, I think it was NAMBLA, National American Man Boy Lovers Association. I think, is it National American? That doesn't make sense.
That's a crazy
That's like a double entendre.
Yeah.
But something like that, something along those lines.
Yeah.
But they basically associated themselves with like the LGBTQ community at the time. So every time they would have like gay marches and shit, they'd be there too. And like even the LGBTQ people like, yo, we don't want to be part of this. We're just nothing about it. So they kicked them out of the fucking letters.
You have to cancel this part out.
Why?
I don't think we should get because just touch the LGBTQ community. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But and then he basically was an undercover pedophile.
Yeah.
And then he had to act like a pedophile and go into this association. And part of the things they would make you do, like one thing they would make you do is write letters to convicted felons in prison as like a pen pal type of thing. Like you have to like, oh, you know what happened to you is wrong, this is wrong, whatever, to be part of like the thing. So you have to have like a pen pal in prison who was like a convicted pedophile. Like that's one of the requirements. And another thing they would do is they would have like meetings and stuff inside like a Chuck E. Cheese. So it's like a bunch of grown ass men just meeting at the Chuck E. Cheese. They would have like fucking Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and then go watch kids at the fucking. And then they would like run scenarios to each other, like, oh, if that kid was my boyfriend, I would do this.
What are you watching? What do you watch? What do you watch on YouTube? Do you watch pedophilia breakdown documentaries? Do you watch that on YouTube?
Bro, I've been getting really into like.
What do you watch on YouTube? Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments below. I'm watching like motorcycle videos and like how to do car stuff and like, you know.
No, I've been really getting into like investigative journalism.
As in journalism? Investigative journalism?
They're just investigating.
What did he do?
The journalists are just investigating.
Where was he doing in 19?
They were just investigating. No, investigative journalism.
Yeah.
So it's like YouTubers who go into like areas and stuff like that and are known for a certain thing. So one guy who I recently watched, he was actually in Jane and Finch recently.
Oh, that guy with the
raptor.
Yeah. I've seen that video.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the video yet, but
I started watching it. But he does videos along the lines like that where he goes like, oh, worst hood in the whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
Yeah, but there's other people like that who do that.
I do that too. I watched this guy named Tyler
Oliveira?
Yeah,
he came under some scrutiny recently because apparently some of his videos they're manufactured.
Like
as in like he does things off camera and then records it to make it look a lot worse than it is. I don't know. I don't know if they're just accusations. I don't know if he actually did response to it. But yeah, I was watching his stuff too. But I feel like this is better for your time than watching something else. Especially this shit. If you're watching this, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm surprised they're still here, but even watching
I
this.
don't know how long we've been recording for.
Oh yeah, we don't both know. We should probably have. I wish we could do this. Like put a timer on the TV.
Let's go like a fucking doomsday clock.
We have this much time to do it. I don't be cut off as a clock, as a timer, but we have this much time.
Oh fuck! Well, people are gonna think it's a fucking bomb timer because I'm here.
Have you ever got like searched up like TSN?
No, never.
I got searched once.
I've only had one racist encounter in my whole life. Like my whole life. And it wasn't even from a white person, it was from an Asian guy. And for 3 years, I couldn't even figure out what the guy was saying, but I kept thinking about it.
What was it?
He tried calling me a terrorist, but there's too many R's in that fucking
How do you say
it? Like, kill this. And then I was like, yo, I was more confused and offended. Because I was like 12 years old when this happened.
Yeah.
I think it was like right after like the fucking anniversary of 9/11. This happened 10 year fucking 9/11 anniversry. And for some reason, this one Asian guy in the supermarket just was really fucking on fucking Canadian Lawrence. It's like not in America, it was happening in Scarborough. And then this was like when I was going to like religious school and stuff like that, so I would dress up for it, right? Like I'd wear like the fucking jubba and shit. And then I was there with my mom or whatever, and I wandered off, and I got, it's not like being a counter, what do you say? Confronted by this like middle-aged Asian guy, and he just called me a terrorist. But again, I couldn't figure out what he said like 3 years later.
It took you 3 years to the second
Yeah,
one. It's like,
because I think what happened was like I was having a conversation with someone who had a thick Asian accent, and then it just clicked in my head. I'm like, oh, this is what he was trying to say. But I'm like, oh, it's not fucked up.
it's kind of crazy that you're just thinking about every night. I like to think that every night before you go to bed, you're just like,
I had like
what did he say?
I had a whiteboard. I was like,
what did he say?
I was trying to crack the mystery.
So you know how we're sharing like our racist like encounter.
What happened with you? Who searched you?
Actually, I went Home Depot. Was that Home Depot in the parking lot?
Right, you told me this.
I don't think I did. Did I?
Don't click an N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, in Toronto, in Toronto, there's a scam going around where someone pulls up to you. They'll say some like random like lie, like, "Oh, I have products in the back of my car that I was supposed to hand to this store, but the store didn't accept it, and I'll give it to you for a discount price."
Which is all stolen merchandise.
That, and it's like probably not good merchandise.
Right.
So like, not like true. Like, there's so many like things. If you have common sense and you're kind of dialed in, you'd be like, okay, it's products that's supposed to go to a store, but like they didn't accept it, so you're gonna sell it on a street corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how Home Depot shipping works. But okay.
Right. Yeah.
So he's in the parking lot, right? And I read about this scam before. He's going around like asking people, like telling people that story, like, oh, they're supposed to give it. I'm supposed to give it to them, but they didn't accept it. So here, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you for a discounted price and stuff like that. He's going around to like everyone in the parking lot asking them, and I see him, and then he's like trapping, like playing full court defense on one guy. He's like, wait, was a good deal. And like, I feel bad for the guy, and he's like trying to get away from him. And he's like, I don't really care. I don't really want it. And he's like,
yeah.
So then I yelled out in the parking lot, like, it's fake. It's a scam. Don't listen to him. Let's go. It's a fake. It's a scam. And he gets angry that I'm like ruining his business, and I'm ruining like his thing. And every time like someone will come by and stare like, it's a scam. It's fake. It's not real. And he's like, and then he just like was driving off, and he drove off calling me the N-word while sticking the middle finger on me. He's like, yeah. And then he kept driving off, and then the guy, it's like,
but the thing is, it's not even white people that.
It was the Indian guy, yeah, exactly.
No, which is crazy.
Indian guy, and I was just like,
white people have this like crazy stereotype where they're all seen as racist, but it's never a white person.
It was actually an Indian guy calling me.
It's crazy,
and it was like crazy. He was like, he was calling me the N-word. I'm just like.
Because the accent was funny.
It was funny. He rolled it.
Oh shit!
I was like, he rolled the F.
Yeah.
And I was just like, gosh.
Actually, kind of hits.
I was more like confused, and then when like another customer came up.
But if you think about it,
yeah,
you sing the N-word with a soft A. Seeing the N-word with a hard R.
Yeah.
Saying the N-word with multiple R's.
He did it with 3 R's.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he rolled the R, and I was just like, I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah, like it's like the same thing happened with me. As in, like, you're more confused and like amused than you are offended.
I think another thing too with maturity, like the more like you started laughing at it later, you're like, it's even though like some people probably like cry about it, go home.
Yeah, and not only that, but like I don't take myself seriously enough to get offended.
That's probably like yeah.
Because they've been in my department.
Oh yeah.
They're constantly ripping on me.
Yeah.
But I don't take myself seriously enough to get offended to it.
Yeah.
But it's.
This time he's doing the hand thing too.
Oh my god.
While he's driving, but the funny part is.
No, but the thing is, at the same time, we bought shoes like that. So my uncle found some guy, and he met us like in a dark parking lot. And not only that, it was just our family. It was like my family, my uncle's family, my other uncle's family, and then my uncle who like set up the thing.
How many uncles do you have?
I have a lot of uncles. I have 4 or 5 here, and I have like a bunch of them back home too.
I only have 2.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like a lot of families, and my uncle set up this thing, and the guy came with a pickup truck, and his bed was full of shoes. Yeah. And then after, I got like a pair of like Nike Air Maxes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I don't know if they were stolen or like factory rejects, but I got them.
How much did you get them for?
I don't know. This was like in 2011, 12. Like, I was in like probably grade 4 maybe when I got them. But
2011, you were in grade 4.
I remember the reason why I had to get rid of those shoes was because I tied the shoelaces too tight and I couldn't open them again. And then my feet grew and I couldn't get my feet inside. I was a special kid, man.
How do you accomplish that? Even though like you tied it too tight and you just never.
Yeah, like I triple tied it because it kept opening,
and I never wore them for a whole.
And then I did like to the point where, like the string that you pull on to like undo it, there was like a nub, and I couldn't get my fingers on it.
So you never wore them until like your feet grew?
No, I just got new shoes after that. Because my parents, what they would do is, right before school started, you bought everything for the school year. Like, everything you need from summer, fall, spring, winter, and you got 2 pairs of shoes, one for when you start school and one for spring next year.
I think this is like where like black and like Indian families are different. My mom used to buy like shoes that are like 5 sizes too bigger for me, so like I would grow in them for like years.
Oh shit!
So like I'd clown shoes for like a good 2 years, and then like they were medium size for me like the 3rd year, and then by the 4th or 5th year they were finally like.
Because we would drive to the States. Like this is like again before 2015, so our dollar was kind of like 1-to-1, sometimes even better, and their taxes are lower too, right?
The good old days.
Yeah, so we would actually make a trip down to the States once a year, and we'd go to like outlets and stuff like that. And the first thing my dad would do when we hit up the outlet, he'd go to in Pennsylvania. It's called Grove City. There's the cafeteria, food court, whatever you want to call it. But they have like a help desk there, and once you go there, they give you like a brochure full of coupons that you can use at at stores and stuff like that, right? 50% off here, buy one get one free here, whatever it is, and then we'd go to those stores and just abuse that shit. I started wearing Under Armour clothes because my cousin's husband works at the warehouse, so he just blesses me with discounts and shit.
I had a relative that worked at Nike warehouse for a little bit, and then I almost got work there, and then they just but that's the best. That's the dream, Nike warehouse.
Why is that?
I used to want to work there so badly, and then I don't know why. I don't know.
I never really had a dream job growing up. Like I really wanted to get into the car thing, and I worked there for like 5 years, but then the manufacturer just kind of made it impossible to work on new cars, and I'm like, I have to pay for licensing to use the software every single month from every individual manufacturer. It's just like, there's not really much left for
you. You had a dream of like opening your own mechanic shop?
Yeah, I did, and I got my level 1 for. Fuck, I don't know what it's called anymore. Car service technician. But like, there's like 4 levels to it, and
there's levels to this shit.
Yeah. What'd you do?
I had no aspirations to do anything when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. I purposely did not want to go to college because it made no sense to me to go.
Like fuck the system.
Or didn't go. I didn't want to go, and I had so many friends that went, and they kept changing everything every year. So like it made no sense.
What do you mean, as in like change the requirements for it? Or?
Change their like whole like what's it called, their courses. Like they would change like their whole like pathway.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I had a friend
because you're really young.
Yeah, I had a friend who was like, first she wanted to go into like early child and youth education and stuff like that, and then she's now doing nursing.
Yeah, like she
took like a 3-year break or 5-year break, and then she's now into nursing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
because when I started my program for college, I fast tracked it. So I did it in like 2 or 3 years, and I graduated. And there's no jobs on the market because I did like a fitness healthcare program during COVID. When everything was closed.
When no one could ever work
like, bro, like out of like when I want to do that, the whole world shuts down. They're like, yo, fuck you. You want to help people lose weight? You want to help people recover from injuries? Fuck you.
That is the most like lost era. Like you had so much wasted.
Bro, not only that, I dropped out of high school, got my GED, got into college, and the world falls apart.
That is like crazy. Like
it's not even karma, it's just bad luck.
Baddest, worstest luck ever. Like the whole world had like the world never did like anything like that before. Like a lockdown like that.
Look, I feel like I don't know if it's me being selfish or a narcissist, but like anytime something bad happens in the world, I feel like it's somehow meant to fuck me over. Like anytime, like for example, when the whole tariff shit was happening, I'm like, oh, this is God's way of punishing me. I'm like, this.
I like how the world centers around you. Like,
I'm like, I know I need like they raise gas prices for everyone.
But like this is personally
for me.
This personally is just for the fucking you over.
Like,
that's why this is the real reason.
My gas takes a lot. My car takes a lot of gas. This is for me. But like, bro, it's so annoying. Like when it's our turn to be adults, it just the world goes to shit.
It's kind of funny how like the world is at the worst it's ever been.
I don't think it's the worst it's ever been.
Okay, there's been some couple wars.
And bro, it's.
But like, you know what I mean, like a con.
And I'm still very grateful. Like, you know, I'm not starving. I have a roof over my head.
There's people doing worse. There's people doing worse.
For sure, 100%. But it's at the same time, it was like, I think it's hard for us to see how bad it is right now because we saw how good it was.
Yeah, we lived through that era.
Right.
We were there.
Right. Like when we were, like, when we were prospering, and then.
I think the era is when like, did you do this when growing up when like we used to like leave our doors unlocked and stuff like that? Is that
no.
Well, in Windsor when I would go down there, everyone in this community or everyone in all the communities would
Windsor's pretty shit. I'm surprised they did that.
I know, right? But they just would leave the doors unlocked and people would just accidentally like walk into other people's houses like all the time. It was actually a thing.
And they still leave the doors unlocked?
I don't know why. Like, I remember being a kid, just like, I don't remember like.
I mean, they do that up north because of polar bears.
I heard about that, yeah. Or the corridors too, they leave the cars unlocked because of. It's crazy, just like a polar bear is like chasing you, you have to like jump into the
polar bears are fucking terrifying. Me and Joey were talking about that today. Because he asked me the question, like, 100 gorillas or 100 men versus one gorilla. I'm like,
I think they debunked that and they said the men would win.
100%.
Yeah.
Just the sheer volume.
Yeah.
But then I told
him. If it was a 1v1v1, like, oh, he's doing 1v1, I think the gorilla would win. But they said how. They were saying how.
I feel like the max would probably be like 15 dudes.
5 dudes, and then they could take him down?
That would be like the minimum. You need at least 15 dudes to take down one gorilla.
15?
Yeah. And I feel like anything above that is like an easy win.
Okay, 15 is kind of like...
Because, bro, you have to understand, we're smarter than them, and that goes a long way.
Okay, we're giving the gorilla...
Like, a gorilla's never been throat punched. Like,
he's never been bogged down.
Yeah, exactly. Evolution, like,
he's never been poked in the eyes like that.
Evolution-wise, they haven't had time to prepare for
that.
Right,
but he has definitely...
They've never been put in an armbar.
He definitely learned how to rip and tear for a couple hundred years.
Yeah, but also gorillas don't have a big gas tank.
I heard that too.
Their
stamina is not that great.
Yeah, just to sustain living, they have to be constantly eating because of how big they are.
Yeah, I heard that.
So anytime they have to do any type of extra exertion,
yeah,
they're just gonna get depleted really fast.
That, yeah, they said how like even hyenas, like hyenas versus lions.
Right, like humans,
hyenas would win if there's 20 of them versus lion.
Right.
Yes.
The thing with humans is the way we would hunt in the past is we would tire the animal down.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we would hunt them for fucking miles, and then once they finally fall is when we would go at them. Yeah. Like once at their weakest.
Yeah.
So we have crazy stamina.
I see that. Yes.
Yeah.
They used to hunt mammoths like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're bringing them back.
Dire wolves. Do you know what dire wolves are?
Yeah, they did, but everyone's saying how it's not an actual.
It's not an actual dire wolf. It's
like
a gray wolf that I believe it's called a gray wolf. A gray wolf that like genetically altered because the gray wolves are like so related to the dire wolves that like they use a little bit of their DNA and just like kind of altered it a little bit to consider it a dire wolf.
Yeah, but
it's like your cousin's like this is Nunu Akiv. Like
right.
No, this is
no, it's not.
But he drives a Challenger. It's the same thing. Like,
right.
no,
it's a Mustang.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Like we got a key back. Yeah, I get it.
Well, you've been around me like when people like, hey man, nice Mustang or nice Camaro, and I just like, thanks man. You've been around when that's.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I've been.
But like I remember that happening. You just.
I remember people just being like nice car, but they don't really say Mustang. I remember them.
No, I remember we were together and some person came up to me and they're like, hey, nice Camaro man. I'm like, thanks man. And then we kept walking. Like,
oh yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I think like, oh, you're not gonna correct him. I'm like, for what reason?
I remember that.
The guy thinks it's a Camaro. Let him think it's a Camaro. It doesn't change anything.
He gave the Camaro extra ratings now. Like every time he's like, yo, I want to get a Camaro now. He's gonna go up to the Camaro. He's gonna be like, yeah, this isn't the car I liked.
Yeah, like I kind of think, yeah, that's exactly like that guy fucking lied to me. Or he didn't say shit to me. Just let him look like a dumbass. Bro, there's been times where I would just fuck with strangers because I know.
I'll never see the number again.
Because there used to be someone who used to work for our store, and then I was standing by one of the receiving doors, like the big doors.
Jay?
I'm not gonna say her name.
Her?
I already said her. I said she. That's a female.
I didn't say.
Or whatever you wanted it to be. You know, I'm sorry for fucking.
Go ahead.
Yeah. But I was standing by the receiving door and it was open and it was sunny outside, but it was still showering. Like it was still raining a little bit. Yeah. So she walked by.
Oh, you parked your car in the back?
No.
Oh.
So she walked by and the door was open and it was like sunset time. It's raining and then I'm looking outside. I'm like, oh, it looks really nice outside. And she's like, yeah, it's sunny and it's raining at the same time. I'm like, oh, over here we call it a golden shower. It's raining and sunny at the same time. And I know I'm never gonna see it happen. Like I'm gonna be there when it happens. But just knowing that one day it's gonna happen where sunny is raining at the same time. She's with friends. It's a golden shower. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she gonna remember that asshole receiving told me this. And again, I got away with it. Like no, I don't think she's gonna come back.
Spreading false rumors and false knowledge to people is the best, huh?
Yeah. Like there's no like there's been times like I'll go to a dentist and I know I'm not going back there. I'm like, oh, what do you do for a living? I'll just make up a fake job. And I'll just be like,
I'm an airplane pilot technician.
yeah, like, oh, what do you do? I fucking work at a slaughterhouse. You know, like, oh, what's that? Like, I really enjoy the killing. So
I just love the game.
Yeah. I'll actually hold the chicken and watch life leave its eyes. And I'm like, okay, and we're not talking anymore.
You mentally disturb them so they're like, yo, I don't want to fuck with this guy.
Yeah. Like, there's been times where I've worked at the shop and stuff like that. Like, while I was working at the shop, and customers would come to me while I'm doing their oil. Because I don't want to be left alone. And then
the customers would like talk to you while
yeah, like you're trying to do small talk. I'm like, bro.
You're like, so how's your day?
I'm like, yo, I'm doing your breaks right now. You really don't want me to fucking not focus on this. If I fuck this up, your car's not stopping. Leave me the fuck alone. There's a sign that says customers don't enter the work area. And this guy is there. It's like, yo, this and that, trying to talk about this. And like, oh, what are you doing for school? This and that. And
you shouldn't be working here, but like, you're like, I shouldn't be working in your car right now. I can leave right now. I can go to school right now.
And I'm like, yo, I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm an illegal immigrant. The guy's like, what the fuck?
You're an idiot because what if he's like one of those stitches and he like calls like
okay, the guy gonna show up and then what?
The ICE and then they show up and they're like, are you hiring illegal immigrants here? And they're like,
no.
This guy? He's like, that's my cousin, that's my nephew.
Yeah, exactly. There's no repercussion. You're gonna show up and if anything, that guy's gonna get fucking penalized for it. And first of all, ICE wouldn't show up in Canada.
I don't know where I think you're called.
Bro, they're fucking cracking down on that shit here too, bro. I heard about a couple of places that got raided. Yeah, man, it's fucking getting crazy out here.
It's getting crazy in Canada.
Yeah, man.
It's not safe in the Canada streets anymore. I love Canada.
I mean, I know like 2 people that got fucking killed when I was like 16. Like 2 of my high school classmates.
It's really weird that I had a couple of that too, or high school like classmates. We like I realized or heard recently, like not recently, but like a couple of years ago.
It's not really bad recently, but even when I was in high school, like they were shooting each other and shit like that, and I had to go fucking bury them too, which is like fuck. It's the hard thing about burying people who are really young is how light the casket is,
or like how I was gonna say how much like life you thought like they would have left.
Yeah. And then it kind of puts into perspective.
Like how like right now, like you like. I forgot who it was, but I forgot someone died like years and years and years ago. I think when I was 16. And then I'm like here, I'm 26 now. I'm just like, holy crap! Like 10 years is a lot. A lot of things happen.
Changes a lot.
10 years is a lot. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things have happened in the last 10 years of my life. And like, I'm thinking to myself like they never got to like experience all of that. It's like sad. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. That's why I don't like getting caught up in those stupid like street stuff and all that type of stuff. I try to like keep my head away from that as far as I can. That's not worth it.
I feel like over here is definitely better than a lot of places because over here is kind of like a decision you have to make.
I feel like
whereas other places you're kind of forced to do it.
Sometimes, and I feel like now the thing I hate about it now is that some people just get caught up in it, like
for the clout.
Not that. I'm talking about like literally just like I was sitting on the driveway or sitting like over here, and then they were shooting at this guy, and then
right, like a bystander, like innocent bystander.
That's why I have a rule. I don't know if I want to go to Caravana because it gets like problems. Gets very rowdy. Like,
I mean, you guys are like jumping over fences and shit.
Every year they do that. That's a normal
thing. It's like a tradition.
That's jumping the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They always hop the fence and like try to get into the parade.
Yeah, because one of my other friends went there and he's like, "Oh, it's a really nice time," but then all these people started barging in and shit like that. I'm like,
he was participating in the parade.
Yeah, he was part of the parade. Yeah. I like that's fun. And he was there with his son and shit too. That's probably scary, man, because you don't know what's happening. And not only that, you're not really dressed appropriately, like to kind of protect.
He didn't wear his body armor to the Caravana parade. I don't
exactly. Like he's got like fucking peacock feathers on him and shit. He's like, yo, what the fuck?
He has red peacock feathers, so he's more of a target.
Yeah, he's like yellow and red, and like he's like a fucking clear target. Like if someone, he's standing out, bro.
He's actually the most biggest target on the field. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really like. I don't know how I feel about going to like. But that's the thing. Like, I don't want to stop.
I feel like you should be fine.
I don't think it should stop you from going to these events. But I feel like I want to, but I don't want to sometimes because of these. I know these dumb shit happens. It's hard to get.
Would you be going with people?
The first 2 times I ever, the first and only 2 times I ever went, I went with my mom.
Right.
And I went with my mom and like basically family friends.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my mom lost.
Because I feel like if you have like a group with you, it's probably safer.
My mom lost me at Caravana.
Oh, never mind.
Listen, but this is the funny part. My mom lost me at Caravana and she's panicking. She's like calling, but my phone was dead. She's like calling. She's asking everyone where she's going. And I'm like, Mom, I'm 23. If I get lost, I can just go home. Like, I'm not like, I'm 23 years old. It's like,
But I feel like we take that for granted, like just being able to connect with people right away.
Mm.
Because a lot of stories you hear about like 9/11 when it happened, there was no way of like immediately getting in contact with the person. So you generally didn't know if you're gonna see them again.
Mm.
Like you just didn't know until like, they showed up at the house.
Mm.
This thing's a fucking dark turn, man.
I don't know where we came from. Where did we start and where did we go? How did we always get fucked at 9/11? Why did you? How did you always end up here? Like, why did you?
Fuck. You hear about the pyramids?
Underneath the pyramid?
Yeah.
There's stuff underneath that.
There's like a city. There's twin towers. Fuck. We did it again. There's two pillars, towers, and the pyramids.
Bro, what do you think could possibly be under there? Like they
No,
said,
but apparently they debunked it. Like it's not actually.
the actual towers.
Yeah.
How did we not notice there was towers underneath there? Or
Yeah.
how would you not notice that there was something underneath there for like generations?
The pyramids look like a roof.
That's what everyone's saying. Like it's like so, it's like this.
Like if you look at the house, the top is a triangle, but then the house is underneath.
But you would think like they explored it. Like, oh shit, it keeps going down. Like when
No, but there's still rooms in the pyramids that they're against opening up because they're like, oh, we want to preserve it, so we don't want to drill holes in it. And shit.
Did you see how? You remember? Did you hear the story about how like when they opened the pyramids, the whole city of like or the whole like Egypt or whatever went blacked out or whatever?
No, I haven't heard that.
I don't.
But there was a curse.
That's what I'm saying. The guy who found it
curse,
died.
The curse of King Tut or something, and he died because of a stupid thing too. It was like a fucking mosquito bite or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a mosquito bite. It was like an open wound that got infected.
Mm.
Like it was like a really minor way bite. It killed him.
Mm.
And everyone associated with it like died in mysterious ways.
Yeah. See.
And then COVID. Got hit with COVID.
You had COVID before?
I got it twice.
I never had it once. Never had it once. I was so happy that
I got it from my family, bro.
I was so happy.
And the thing with me is like, oh, I'm gonna keep myself away from my family so I don't get it.
Mm.
But then I just delayed the inevitable.
Were you working sometimes? Or were you doing?
I don't think I started working at Home Depot yet.
What were you doing though during that time?
I think I was still working at the shop.
I was at ground zero in a grocery store every day,
God.
and
Yeah.
I never caught it once to this. Like I don't even. I'm just built different. I think. But
Yeah.
like,
I mean, shout out to the grocery store workers, man. A lot of people didn't give them the gratitude that they deserve.
they definitely didn't. We definitely didn't. We definitely did not
Yeah.
get that raise. Fuck days, no frills. We definitely did not get that raise.
Yeah, but then like even though car like mechanic shops were allowed to stay open, no one was driving.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for them to get work.
Because like, what are they? What do you? You weren't allowed to go to
a lot of
work.
people weren't able
Yeah.
to work too, so they're not making money either. So you didn't have the ability to work like work on your crops.
One of my friends, like, it was so sad that like she was working at this job, this really nice job, she with her friend, and then COVID hit, and the company just like bankrupt.
Bro, my fucking internship went through the fucking.
Oh, you told me that how you're supposed to get an internship.
Yeah, like bro, I talked to the guy and everything. I did the interview. I met all the people working there. Like, oh, you're gonna start on Monday. Lockdown. I was like, oh my god.
And you never heard from them ever again. And that was actually your dream. Like that was your.
That's what I wanted to do.
Dream.
That was really like the perfect clinic and everything. Like
isn't it crazy that like if COVID never happened, you would have like a career right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I got fucking taken away from it.
Yeah.
Hey, but it made me funny, you know? I fucking laughed about it. I fucking laughed at my demise.
I applied for the military joint. I think I applied for it before COVID.
Do you think shit was gonna hit the fan?
Did I?
Like, is that why you like, yo, you're gonna need me?
No. I applied for it before COVID. Before COVID was a thing. When everyone kept saying like, oh,
it's really easy.
5 cases here and there, 2 cases, and then it turned into like 20, 30, 10,000 cases right beside your house.
Right.
But I applied for it before. Did I think?
Because I first heard of COVID in like November. Like, oh, there's been an outbreak in China. I'm like, that's not gonna fucking come.
November. And then we didn't get it till like February, right?
Yeah.
February.
No, not March. March break, remember?
Oh yeah, they went on break, and then he never came back. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the whole TikTok trend.
Yeah.
Because like,
and that's literally when I started working at Home Depot in March.
I started like, but I started that year. I started like
the year after.
3 years, no, like 3 years later in like April. No. I really.
You started working the same year.
No, I didn't.
2021.
No, buddy.
2022.
I wasn't there until like
2023
or 4 maybe.
I'm thinking of Rory. God damn it! I did it again.
He worked nights with you, right?
Yeah, we both started. Bro, it's a lot of people don't know how much mass Rory put on.
You have to cut out his name. You can't use his name.
I'll ask him.
No, just cut out his name. It's just like.
I'll just ask him. If he says it's fine, it's fine.
It's gonna be weird. Just cut out his name.
Okay, fine. But a lot of people don't know how much mass. Like when we started working together, the guy weighed less than me.
Wait.
Or like weight wise.
Yeah.
But then in like the 3 years, like literally like after the 3 month probation was over, he went to days, and I didn't see him for like another year or so, and the guy grew like fucking 60 pounds.
Oh, you're saying mass,
Mass, yeah.
MASSS.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like he put on like 60 pounds just genetically. Like he didn't even work out yet.
He was breathing air.
Yeah, just by breathing air, and you got put on 60 pounds. I'm like, you lucky bastard.
I don't
I
get
remember one night he called me because you know how we have defense for it.
Yeah.
They crushed it.
Oh,
It was like his second day there. So he started working, and he's like, "Yo, I don't want to call the supervisor because I was afraid they're gonna fire me."
I remember I heard that story. He got
He was like loading up best boards into the thing. They fell on him, and he's like trapped against the wall. And he's like, "Yo,"
and he was
I was like the only guy who knew
and he
that.
was too scared to call.
They didn't want to call supervisor manager because like, "Yo, they're gonna fire me." It was like second day here.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I fell at one of my jobs, at a metro job.
Yeah.
I used to work at metro, it was like the order pickers or whatever. I fell and like I hurt my wrist. Like I fell and I did one of these.
Oh fuck.
And then I hurt my wrist for like months, and I healed it. And then my first day back after like months off, whatever, I fucking fell again. I just fell down to the same thing, but I was too embarrassed to call again. I'm like, yo, if they injure myself again, I was on probation the whole time too. If I fall and I hear that I fell again, like a dumbass again for the second
Bro,
time.
that happened to me on that Tuesday after I cut my head open.
Oh yeah.
My truck closed on my head.
Tell them the story about.
Okay, so at work we have these cards called conversion cards.
Put a picture up with it.
Yeah, they used to be men, but now they're women.
Go ahead. Okay.
So we have these conversion cards, and they have racking they have to set up. So I dropped the bottom rack, but the top racking is held by magnets, and it wasn't like a full contact. So when I let the bottom racking go, the top racking fell on my head and actually cut my head open. I had to get 5 staples in my
You
head.
take a picture of it? You put a picture?
I did put it. I think I'm really too gory.
Put a picture of it.
Okay, fine. I'll put a picture of it. But yeah, I got 5 staples in my head. I went back to work, and I finished my shift. So it happened at 10 a.m. 12 p.m. I come back from the hospital, and I worked like another 3.5 hours. While my head's like fucking
bleeding.
Yeah,
There's
like
like
fucking
the blood's still like
yeah,
wet
there's
inside.
like enough blood in my hair. I got polysporin. It's all fucking. It's disgusting, but I'm still working. And I go back home and I wash it out, whatever. And then 4 days later, I'm taking donation clothes out my trunk. And then while I'm trying to take them out, the wind closes the trunk on the same spot that I got the staples. At like 9 in the morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna be a fucking hero again. I called him right away, but I had to talk to like one of the supervisors and like, oh my god, what happened? Are you okay? I'm like, I hit my head. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they were all like giving me like when I came back on Friday, like, oh, you're such a good worker. You came back right after. I'm like, I'm just fucking retarded. It's not even, I'm stupid. Like any sane normal person wouldn't come back to work after spinning their head open. I'm just fucking stupid.
I did that too with my forklift injury.
I remember someone fucking.
So my injury story is
And it's funny because when I came back to work, you also got your wisdom tooth at this.
so we were both injured.
No, so we were both injured, but no one acknowledged Mark. So everyone like, hey, like everyone knew Marcus got his wisdom teeth removed, and he wasn't paying everything. But everyone was like, yeah, Keem, is everything okay? Is everything fine? Hey, Marcus, and it's like, yo, and then same thing again. Everyone would be like, hey, is everything okay with you, man? I heard you got hurt.
Do that.
But then no one would say shit to Marcus.
He didn't do that. He's like, my injury story is that.
Even today, everyone, like, we were walking together, so we just say hi to me, and no one acknowledge you.
He didn't do that. My injury story is. What was I saying? My injury?
You got hit by a forklift.
The forklift injury story.
It wasn't me. I didn't hit him with the
It
forklift.
wasn't him. It actually wasn't him. So, during the summer, my first year working there, it was like my first summer working there. First summer. I got hired in April. My first summer working there. We're walking. You're spotting when you're walking with the forklift. You have to like spot them.
Yeah.
Like stand in front of them and like with flags and stuff like that to like be their extra eyes and ears. So I'm walking this way and the forklift's behind me, and then I'm just like, and I just get run over by the forklift, like ankle first. He runs over my ankle, and then the guy who ran me over is a very special individual. Mm-hmm. I'm holding it like this, and he's like, "Oh shit, are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, it's my first month, like my first summer there, so I'm like, I'm trying to thug it out. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty, and he's like, okay, good, you're good enough to spot. Okay, continue doing what you're doing. Thank you. And I'm like holding it like this, like this, and then he's like, He's like, "Are you sure you're good enough to?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got this." And I'm just like doing none of these, and then he's like, and I'm like, and I realized it was at that moment I'm like, this guy does not care. So I just threw the flag to the side and start limping inside to go sit down. And then like the guy didn't even skip a step. He didn't even like come to check on me or ask me like, what am I doing? How am I doing? And I like he continued with the job. I'm like, yo, job's not. He's like, job's gonna get done. Job's gonna get done. And the more of the story is the funny part of the story is went to the hospital. They were like, yeah, this is bad. You're gonna have to stay off of it for a couple of days. I came back with the doctor's note and I gave the doctor note to one of my managers, and my manager lost the doctor's note. And basically, I didn't
go back to work.
Basically, no. Basically, I didn't get paid for the injury. But the guy who hit me, he took vacation. He took a vacation. He's like, you know what? This is the perfect time to take a vacation right now. The block's kind of hot right now, so you know what? I'm gonna take a paid vacation. Basically, he got paid vacation, and I got like nothing, and I had to come back to work and limp around for like a couple like weeks, and like.
And another reason why I kind of went back to normal,
Yeah,
is like my wife was obviously panicking.
mm.
You know, like, oh, you know, I split my head open at work. It's not that bad. I
Bad.
told her that, but like
Bad.
I was terrified. I was like,
It was bad.
I was like, hey babe, I got hurt really bad at work, but don't worry. And she's like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh, I split my head open, but I'm fine. And
There's so much like double like negative in there, like double like
And so another thing was like I had to kind of tough it out, so my wife knows that yo, he's good, like he's fine. Because that happened so many times where
I got my arm amputated at work. It's okay, it's fine.
Good. Look at the bright side. Like there's so many times where you'd be like in fucked up situations, and I know like yo, I don't have the luxury to lash out because if I start freaking out and you know panicking, she's gonna freak out, panic more. And like I told you this, I'm like when that like for example like for our anniversary, we went for brunch, and then I parked my car in the parking garage, and someone came and stabbed my tire.
Downtown Toronto.
Someone stabbed my tire, left in the parking garage flat, and I'm like, I gotta keep my cool. I can't panic. And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck, I gotta call somebody. But I'm like, yo, I can't really call anyone. Like, I'm that person.
You're the mechanic guy.
Yeah, I'm the person where everybody
You're
else
the guy whoever calls.
I'm the person who everybody else calls. So I'm like, fuck, okay, I guess I have to deal with this.
I had a flat tire one time, and I had to call a key to like come and like
change it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I'm the person everybody calls. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to do this. So I have to walk 20 minutes to Yonge and Dundas to the Canadian Tire to get a tire patching kit, walk back and do it. But I didn't like freak out. I'm like, yo, no, everything's okay. We're good. I can handle this. I can fix it. Whatever. And I did. But at the same time, like I couldn't go like, what the fuck? Who did this? You know?
It probably was like your most like attractive feature for your wife to think about, you know, like because she's like,
I just can just solve problems.
Basically, she's like,
and I keep my cool.
Most men would have been like, this is it.
This is over.
We
joked about it after because I'm like, imagine if I called you, you showed up.
Who did this? Where are going? Who this whole department? How did you get there?
What are we gonna do? I call Mark. It's like, no, he's gonna make the problem worse.
I was thinking like, the most I could have done is like, if I came down there, was probably could have picked you guys up and like drove you back to your house,
or like take you in Yonge and Dundas.
Or yeah, that's the most I could have done. But like,
so yeah, I walked 20 minutes. Like it was snowing outside, and I'm like, I'm just gonna tough it out. Yeah. Like it is what it is. So that's what I did. I walked to Yonge and Dundas. I got a tire patching kit. I got a inflating thing, which I have in my car now, which is good. So
you should always keep. What do you like? I feel like
I have a toolbox. I have a tire patching kit, and I have the inflating thing.
I have a jump starter, air inflation kit. I don't have it. Well, my BMW has the toolbox.
Right.
Don't say because the BMW
does. I mean, my car has a toolbox in it too, but that's because I fixed it.
Stupid. Man, yeah.
I have 2 toolboxes in my car because you never know when you're gonna need it. Because there's been times where I had to fix shit at work. It was just easier to get my toolbox than have to go to like get it from the store.
A home hardware store, and then you have your own toolbox. Let me see if it's still recording. 59 minutes we've been recording there.
Whoa.
59 minutes,
10 more minutes and it's been 69.
Alright guys,
I feel like we have a third person in here to make it less gay. I think it's too intimate.
I would think we should have like a
third. A pet, man.
We?
You.
Well, you said we.
I said you.
You said we. Roll the clip. Roll it back.
You should get a pet. Because you were watching someone's cat for a bit, you know?
My mom's cat, and he was an asshole. I don't think I want cats.
All cats are assholes. No, I feel like you should get a pet here, man. We really like lighten things up.
No.
But it's extra responsibility.
And I'm barely here. I come here just to sleep and I leave.
But that's the nice thing about cats. You don't really have to be here. Like, you gotta feed them twice a day. feed on the litter box once a day.
I was doing that. I'm good.
It's a nice companion.
No, I'm good. I would get. I was considering getting fishes or snakes. Or both.
Why snakes?
I don't know. Just I don't know.
Yeah, I can see you be a snake person.
Yeah.
Then just wait. I just hear one day like, "Oh, you hear what happened in the market?"
Marcus got eaten by a snake. That's my 5 a.m. routine. That's my 5 a.m. routine. It's like
Like ice and fish, yeah. Sparkling water. Bro, I made fucking tacos yesterday.
Yeah.
I was fucking chefing it up. Turned out horrible. Like, bro, it looked amazing. Look, bro, I was like so excited to fucking eat this shit.
You're like,
bro, so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna treat my wife. I'm gonna make dinner for her, like a nice husband, whatever. And then I literally did everything the recipe told me to do, like by the book. I did everything. And then, but the only thing that I changed was the type of fish that I used for the tacos.
that's probably like the most key probably here.
It was.
Yeah.
So I called for halibut, but like halibut was fucking expensive. So I got cod instead. It was like $7.
Same thing.
Whereas halibut's like $50. I'm like, yeah, same shit. But then the batter for the fish literally wouldn't stick to the cod.
Yeah.
Like I would dip it in the thing, take it out, and it would just fucking come off. So I'm like, fuck, what did I do? So then after I put like a little bit of batter on the pan, put the cod on top, and then put the more batter on top. And it was looking like it was working, but then as soon as I put it onto a paper towel, it just fucking fell apart. But it looked really good, and I put the effort in, and then my wife, she still appreciates
Spit it out with it. She like.
I don't think she's gonna watch this. I'm gonna.
She won't watch our content.
I know. So I've been burdened with this, but I bought guacamole, and fuck, what's it called, man? It's like tomatoes, onions, like cilantro, pico de gallo. You know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
But it's kind of like it's like dressing for a taco.
Okay.
But I bought guacamole and pico de gallo, but I told her I made it. And she really liked it.
She's like, "What?"
So now I'm scared. Like, if in the future it's like, "Hey, you remember you made guacamole?
You got to make it right now.
You gotta make it right
We're
now."
in Cuba.
But I just bought it and I just pour it in a bowl and just kind of like stir it up a bit.
We're in
So
Cuba.
but I told her I made it, and she's like, "This is really good guacamole. I didn't know you could make it this well." I'm like, but in me being the sly fucker, I'm like, you don't know a lot of things about me.
I'm just that guy.
That guy. Now I'm worried she's gonna ask me to make it again.
She's gonna watch you make it this time.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck.
She's gonna watch you make it.
Yeah, and my dumbass, I took like a spoonful of guacamole and ate it. I'm like, oh, I was trying to make it more creamy. It turned out more chunky. So I fucking shot myself in the foot now.
Is that what's like being honest? Did you just keep lying to her, just like keep things spicy?
No, don't lie to your mother.
No, is it sure?
I just didn't want to admit that was store bought. It
learned
was the pride in me. I'm like, I don't know, man. I was just trying to impress her.
So
it's crazy. Like after 7 years of being together,
still trying to impress her.
Yeah, so like I feel like that's the key to a good relationship. You should still like constantly try to win over your significant other.
That's good, man.
Because it keeps things alive.
That's really good. Your love life is going good. That's good, man.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of people they just like, oh, where are they gonna go?
Yeah.
Like I'm the best thing they have.
Okay.
I don't see myself as that way.
Okay, I feel about my love life.
You don't have one. There's somebody out there for everybody.
I'm not looking for one. Actually, you know what I was going to love life?
What's going on with your love life?
Nothing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I asked you about.
I took a stance from just not talking to girls anymore, and I'm talking.
Wow. You think that it's a choice?
Like it's fine. I refuse to talk to them. They're not even looking in my direction. No, I had a.
Epiphany?
No, I told you about the really bad talking stage I had recently.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I should tell that story. Should I tell them?
You tell them. It's your story.
I know. I'm gonna tell this.
Yeah.
So I was talking to this girl recently, and there was some probably big red flags. Red flags. There's some red. Whatever I say that. I said red flags. Red flags that
yeah, you were talking about it. I'm like, bro, I'm surprised. It sounds like the guy who called you the N-word. They can stand up on stand up.
So no, not that one. Not that one. Which one are you talking about? Not that one.
No, but you
the 4 days you're talking about?
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about a different one.
Oh, okay. I probably don't know about this.
This one this is the first time telling you?
I think so, yeah.
So I had a talking stage recently about a couple months ago, and there was a couple of red flags I should have noticed about why I shouldn't have done it. So basically, she was on probation for stabbing her neighbor.
Mm.
So she was you know when like a guy's like I like them crazy,
Mm.
and then you find out like okay, she's actually is kind
Yeah.
of crazy. This is actually like detrimental to my health.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she was on probation for stabbing her neighbor. So like Mr. Saberhold Marcus was like trying to be like there for her and like trying to be like yeah, and then so basically what happened? Okay, so when you stab your neighbor, you're obviously not allowed to like be at the house
Of
anymore.
course.
Be anywhere near the neighbor.
Yeah.
And obviously it's hard to not be there when you live
It's
there.
a neighbor.
Yeah, so she had to like leave her house and not be there anymore. So then she was going from like motels to hotels to Airbnbs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So me being the nice guy that I am,
you let a person in your house that's that.
I didn't let her. Okay, I did let her in my house.
Yeah.
She was in that spot that you're sitting in right now. That same chair.
I was feeling some bad energy.
You're feeling some murderous intent.
Is that her knife right there?
Some murderous intent.
This is the knife that she uses to stab the neighbor.
Some murderous intent from right there. Why do I have a knife on my teeth?
I do have a knife on my
I see
table.
knives everywhere around, like just in case.
Okay.
So anyway, she
I mean, you were pretty giving out some red flags.
You
invited someone into your house to stab someone, and then you also conveniently have
knives everywhere in the house. Like I was actually surprised she didn't like
stab you.
Yeah, but I pissed her off.
Yeah.
So then I was being the nice guy, like giving her rights to like all their like things, and I was like giving her kids rights. She had 2 kids.
Right.
Giving her kids rights to like school and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
I was playing like dad for like a couple weeks. It was pretty like
right. I feel bad for the kids, man.
Like me as a dad, and then her as like the psycho mom, or is it just in general?
No, I mean not about you. I mean like having your mom, that mom.
Yeah. So, anyways, like I was giving her rights to her, and then she started getting like I think she started getting like comfortable like disrespecting me, and then she's like, and it was funny. I'm like, how you gonna disrespect me? I'm the one who's like helping you and stuff like that, and then, yeah. And I just realized, like, you know what?
I'm too scared to say anything.
Yeah. She was sitting in my face, like, you know what?
Yeah.
You got this. Yeah, you're right. I deserve that.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, he stopped talking to her and just kind of cut her off and ghosted her. And then
she's in the closet.
She knows I live. She knows. That's how people I think.
Oh my god. That's when you invited me over to your house.
I'm not thinking about leaving or moving because she knows where I live. It's probably the worst thing about like dating in Toronto. Like a girl knows where you live. Now it's like,
yeah. I mean, it's anywhere though.
I guess so, but like, I don't. Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Yo, I had. She's not even the like. That's like top 5 worst talking stage I think I've had. She's not even. I think she's like.
You have a very complicated relationship.
I don't know. I don't know how I end up in these like situations too. Like I'll tell stories on my
later,
the next podcast about
the other one. Yeah,
the other ones. But
holy fuck,
that's just part.
Whereas me, like my wife's like my first. I'm like, oh, this is the one.
That's it.
I got really lucky.
Yeah.
Like I hit the jackpot. But
like the first try too, first shot too.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it was like a talking somewhat relationship. I was like 16.
Yeah,
but like I got really lucky with my wife, and it's like we grew up together.
Yeah.
And she's fucking crazy too. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like that comes with women.
She's valuable too.
No.
Just me. I just.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. I used to talk to her sister, but that's a whole other story.
Okay, I think we're gonna. Okay, that's enough for one podcast. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
We'll probably be back next week or not.
Probably next month. Next year.
Next month. No, we should probably stay consistent with this thing.
We got this.